Good afternoon. My name is Boka Rochill. So happy to be here on with Northeast 8, and I'm currently in NYCC, National Youth Climate Consortium, climate champion for representing Nagaland. It's operationalized by Bring Back Green Foundation and supported by UNICEF India, in collaboration with the Dimapur Municipal Council, the district administration, and a lot of relevant line departments. The project I'm working on is to have a HIT action plan for the district of Dimapur, where we try the intervention called the Greening Dimapur Project, which is a nature-based solutions intervention. But in order to do that, we don't want to work in silos, and under Sir's leadership, he has been able to bring a lot of relevant line departments to work together in achieving that agenda. And we would love to delve into further details once as we have the conversation forward. Yeah.
Yes, I'm Thanja, the CEO of Dimapur Municipal Council, and as mentioned by Boka Rochill, we are going to organize one run for Green Dimapur. It is organized by DMC in collaboration with so many departments like District Administration, Nagaland Pollution Control Board, NCAP, and NYCC.
A lot of NGOs also.
Yeah, and a lot of NGOs, yeah. So this is basically to raise awareness about air pollution and other environmental, pollution that is that we are facing today. So I hope, with people like Rochill, who is a very enthusiastic young person, trying to improve our city. So the other day we had a long discussion about how to go about. So I was, the projects that she shared, I found it very interesting. So chalo, I'm also really encouraged, and I hope we join hands together and work something for Dimapur to bring our city back greener and better and nice to live. Yeah.
Congratulations on being selected as one of the India's climate champions. How do you feel when you receive the news?
Great. I was, of course, very elated to be selected as one of the 30 climate champions as part of the National Youth Climate Consortium. Particularly why? Because it is a pan-India youth mobilization, particularly in localized climate action, and they provide a lot of technical support. Also, there is a technical resource group along with supported by an organization like UNICEF India. Really believe that whatever small work we're able to do as part of this project, we'll try to scale it up and catalyze it and fill the gap that's so much needed here in our city. Yeah.
What motivated you to apply for the fellowship?
Right. As prior to the fellowship, I have been working in the space of sustainability and climate action only. I first started with my master's thesis project on solid waste management in the Kohima municipality. Tried to analyze what the Kohima municipality was trying to go with the PPP, public-private partnership, and post that, I was part of this young professionals program, the ADB and IUA young professionals program, where I was working very closely with the Office of Secretary Urban Development, Government of Nagaland, where we tried to strengthen the institutional systems in the state in terms of the different ADB projects that's happening here in the state. So all of that was natural. It was a natural lead to this fellowship, and particularly given it's a lot of youth action and advocacy, I feel it's so much pertinent given young people are also are going to lead the change, and this platform gives me more catalyst, gives me a more enabling platform to do my work, which I've been doing over the past couple of years.
Okay. Can you share more about the Greening Dimapur project and the vision behind it?
Right. So the Greening Dimapur project essentially is, in simple words, greening the city, Dimapur itself. Why it's so essential is because as an urban practitioner, what we call nature-based solutions, which is basically, Dimapur is a city which has always been hot since I remember growing up, but it's also gotten more hotter over the years. If we read the local journals, papers, or just the local news also, we can see affecting the most vulnerable in our city, like our mothers, our street vendors, our school children, parents are writing for extension of the school holidays, and it affects everyone, but it affects the most vulnerable more, particularly, like I said, the elderly, the school children, and our mothers, street vendors, and particularly gig workers also in the city who are like our scooty two-wheelers who are riding outside. So the idea essentially is we will come up with a methodological action plan which essentially increases the green cover. Say if we are Dimapur, say hypothetically, if within the municipal jurisdiction of Dimapur, if we have 20% green cover, 30% green cover, we want to really increase the green cover by 50% or 60%, at least by five years from now, if we initiate the project. And within that also, we want to green the city in the urban areas. How we would do that is identifying small areas, pocket parks, that has been, or micro urban forests or pocket parks, what we call, in the city itself, which would tackle the multi-pronged issue of air pollution, urban flooding, and also heat, urban heat stress, urban heat island stress that we face. And alone one can do only so much, but we have such a nice proactive leadership. When I approached our CEO, Sir Tungbemo, the Dimapur Municipal Council CEO, he was very supportive, and also he provided a lot of really good leadership, and we want to work this along with all the relevant line departments. And so far we are working on the project on the field, and we want to release the findings of the report towards a more action plan in the coming few months from now.
Also, what role do you think youth can play in this shaping climate policy and action in India?
I mean, youth are, like I said earlier, I won't say the future also, I would rather say the present also, because they bring a lot of, they are hungry for change, and they are not scared to lead change, as well as you bring a lot of innovation also to the table. You try to see it from a different perspective, and whatever activities, even when we're talking about climate change, if nothing is done, tomorrow the youth is going to we are going to face the outcomes, and if our city is polluted, example for Dimapur, this is going to be our lived reality for us as youth. The current older generations, they might, as natural things, they might not be here, but it's us, the youth, who would be facing all of that, be it toxic air, or be it or non-potable water, or be it very unbearable heat for that matter. So I believe youth should come also together, bringing their energy, the drive, and also the kind of innovation that youth really has across the world. And I think the role of youth is super essential in this. And through the National Youth Climate Consortium platform, they are exactly doing that, keeping climate champions across pan-India, from Lakshadweep to Ladakh to Andaman and Nicobar Islands to Nagaland. They are doing a fantastic job, and we want to use this platform as a catalyst to drive localized climate action in each of our states across the country.
As you have mentioned the importance of youth in this process, do you want to give a message to the youth?
Right. Together with the municipality, we have had couple of programs already where the youths, as part of the municipality's program of My Bharat and a couple of other activities, the youth from some colleges have come for hackathon for clean air and a couple of other things. Definitely, we want youth to, even for a state like Nagaland, I think times have changed so much. We need to be a little more proactive. We don't have to wait for people to nudge us. I feel like we are living in a very globalized world already. So once we start taking initiative, even if it's such a small initiative, you have to be a little delusional also. I will always tell this to people around me. But I feel like youth should find people or groups or anywhere where they feel like they can contribute something. And once they come out of that, and once they start being a little more proactive, and not just, also to shift how we view things, especially when I'm talking about youth in my state of Nagaland, our youth has so much untapped energy and potential. We just need to also start thinking a little different, or trying to aspire, even our aspirations should be a little more different and be more proactive than whatever has been the norm, be it before. That's right.
Before we close this interview, I wanted to, can you please mention the project that you are coming up with at present?
Right. So As part of my fellowship, one of my project proposal was to come up with a heat action plan, community-led heat action plan for the city. It won't be a comprehensive heat action plan, but sets a baseline where we will be doing land surface temperature mapping using GIS and a couple of other stuffs, where we can see how much Dimapur has gotten hot over a decade. What is the, when we talk about hot, it's not just the temperature reading that we see, it's what we call the feels like temperature, which takes into account things like your humidity, your wind speed, and also your sun exposure, things, a little technical things, but these are really like, sometimes you see in the, when you take out your phone and you look, the temperature is 33, but your feels like temperature is 38 or 39. Earlier, even in early September itself, this month, early part of September also, we experienced feels like temperature of around 38, 39 degrees centigrade. So that's particularly that is a lived reality of citizens of Dimapur. I don't have to even say heat is not an issue for Dimapurians, and we want to start just from Dimapur, and then the idea is that we would come up with those kind of maps, as well as we would come up with a heat vulnerability mapping, which essentially is we would to have understanding of our mothers, our street vendors, particularly sitting in street supermarket and all, our school children and all. What is your relation, what is your experience with heat as a lived reality? Because again, like I said, heat. So heat is a lived reality. Heat does not discriminate, but it's more affects the most vulnerable, like I said. So we want to bring out that heat vulnerability mapping in the city, and hopefully thereby inform more. The Green Dimapur project is the key intervention we are proposing as part of my project, along with the municipality and the district administration, to really set an agenda at the city and hopefully at the state level to collectively what we can do with the different climate hazards we as a city ourselves are facing. Yeah.